They never tell you when the world ends. There is no countdown, no final announcement, no moment where everyone agrees something terrible has begun. The end arrives quietly, and by the time you notice it, you're already too late. America learned that the hard way. On an October morning that felt like any other, traffic across the country simply stopped. Cars were left running on highways. Doors hung open. Personal belongings littered the asphalt like people had vanished mid-thought. Phones rang, no one answered. Inside one of those cars was a child's backpack. Inside the backpack was a lunch still cold. Inside the city was something learning how to hunt. It began in a hospital near Atlanta. The man on the table had no pulse, no brain activity, no reason to still exist. When the doctor removed his gloves, he sighed with relief. That's when the corpse inhaled. Not a breath, a gasp. Eyes opened too wide. Muscles moved without permission. The scream that came out of his mouth didn't sound human. It sounded practiced. By morning, the hospital was silent. Not peaceful. Silent in the way prey goes quiet when the predator is still chewing. Authorities called it a virus, a neurological failure, temporary mass hysteria. The words were chosen carefully because words shape panic. But panic doesn't need permission. Videos leaked before they could be erased. A woman biting through her husband's throat while whispering his name. A paramedic begging a patient to calm down before his face was torn open. Police firing until the clicking of empty guns echoed louder than screams. The dead were not confused. They were curious. So they watched. They listened. They remembered. The infection didn't rot the body. It erased restraint. These weren't monsters driven by hunger alone. They followed voices they recognized. They stood outside homes perfectly still, waiting for movement inside to stop. They learned how long it took fear to turn into hope, and hope into a mistake. New York fell without a final scream. From above, it looked untouched. From inside, it sounded like something breathing in the dark. Subway tunnels filled with bodies that didn't need air. Apartment buildings became vertical graves. People hid in bathrooms, closets, behind furniture. They covered their mouths to stop the sound of breathing. But fear is loud to those who listen closely. The dead pressed their faces against doors, smiling with teeth that remembered how to speak. They whispered names through the wood. They knocked softly. When the door opened, they rushed. By the third day, the internet went silent. Not disconnected, abandoned. Live streams ended mid-sentence. Comments froze in place like digital ghosts. And that's when people realized something worse. No one was coming. Before we go further, pause for a moment. If you're still here, still listening, it means something in this story has already pulled you in. If you want more dark stories like this, stories that crawl under your skin and stay there, take a second to follow, subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment. Engagement tells me to keep going, and trust me, this story gets much worse. Safe zones were announced days later. Texas, Montana, Alaska. The lie wasn't that they existed. The lie was that anyone could reach them. Highways became mass graves. Fuel ran out. Engines died. Families slept in cars while shapes gathered just beyond the headlights. The dead didn't attack right away, they waited. Entire convoys disappeared without gunfire. No blood trails, no broken glass, just open doors and silence. Investigators later realized the truth. The zombies had learned patience. They had learned fear smells stronger when it's trapped. 1 year after the fall, a phone was found in the ruins of a farmhouse in Ohio. The battery was nearly dead. One recording remained. A man whispered, barely breathing. They knock now, they wait, they sound like us. A child whimpered in the background. They smile before they kill you. That's how you know they remember. A soft knock interrupted him. Then a voice, calm and familiar, said his name. The recording ended. America still stands today. Buildings rise, flags wave. Wind moves through empty streets. At night, footsteps echo in places where no living person should be walking. The dead don't roam anymore. They stay close to home. They wait near doors. They listen for breathing. They knock when they know you're tired. So if the world ever ends and you hear a sound at your door, don't answer. And if you want more stories like this, darker, deeper, and more disturbing, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like this video, share it, and leave a comment. Your engagement keeps these stories alive, even when the world isn't. Because silence doesn't mean safety, and the dead are always listening.